I believe most people feel that they are struggling financially. This isn't just complaining. There is actual evidence for this. You can work a full-time job, budget and manage your money carefully, and you will still feel the effects every time you check your bank account. Everything is just getting more expensive, and basic life costs more than a lot of people can realistically keep up with. It needs to change, but we have to understand why and how. I believe housing is one of the most important examples of what's happening to the country. A house used to be very achievable for the average American. Now people are paying large rent prices just to live in small apartments or even live with their parents. And one of the reasons is because housing stopped being treated as shelter for the everyday worker. It became an investment for profit and a system of control. Large corporations and wealthy investors started buying huge amounts of property. Houses became assets instead of homes. We are forced to compete against these powerful corporations and the ultra wealthy. It becomes a cycle that never really ends, living paycheck to paycheck or scraping by. The freedom of owning our own homes is being taken from all of us. And when we go to the grocery store for food, we see prices have soared from the last time. That same paycheck with the same amount of hard work put into it buys less than it used to. And companies always blame inflation. But at the same time, these same corporations are reporting record profits. So people naturally start asking, if everything is getting more expensive for ordinary Americans, why are giant corporations doing better than ever? And it all makes sense when you start putting it together. Because the system of corporations and government work together. The cost of our basic needs outpace our wages endlessly. This is where we must stop blaming just one issue and start questioning the system overall, because this doesn't just happen randomly. Our government massively increases spending on the wrong things, like data centers and wars. Money keeps getting printed and weakens the American dollar. The national debt is unsustainable. The wealthy elite own most of the assets that have a rise in value in conjunction with inflation. Homes and property, stocks, businesses, even gold and silver. But the American people mostly depend on wages. So if prices rise faster than wages, we stay at the bottom. Even if we work hard because we can't buy outside of our means to live. And meanwhile, politicians brag their side does it better and that we're winning, while the average person just struggles more every year. This is why people are losing trust. Then, people like myself start questioning the financial system as a whole, because we are told inflation and debt are just normal parts of life, but this system was created. In 1910, the Federal Reserve was established by elite bankers and the government on an island. It is made up of 12 regional banks across the US, but these banks are made up of the commercial elite banks as their members. It's complicated on purpose to confuse how they work, because they work together to control currency. I will make it simple. The government borrows for the national debt, and big banks profit from lending. They control inflation. Some of you might even be thinking, why should I care? Even if somebody is doing good financially right now, this is important. Because when millions of people can't afford stability, it affects the future of the country itself. They can't afford families or move forward in their lives. They stop believing hard work leads anywhere. And when a country reaches this point, division and anger only gets worse. A strong nation cannot survive long term if the people inside it feel economically hopeless. Americans shouldn't expect perfect or easy lives. Most just want a real chance to afford a home, to support a family, to work and not be a mindless slave. And the fact that these things that give us purpose are out of reach should alarm everyone. Because this isn't just about money anymore. It's about whether this system still works for the people. And if we never unite and do something about these problems, nothing changes.